Hello friends, my name is Neha Gupta and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today I have brought a video of my college project for all of you in which we will learn how we do data analysis using EDA and how we can show graphical representations using Python. So this project will help a lot to those students who are starting their journey in statistical field or as a data analysis. So before I begin with my project, let me tell you about EDA. So EDA stands for Exploratory Data Analysis. It is like detective work for data. It's a process used to summarize, visualize and understand the main characteristics of a dataset, helping you identify patterns, trends and correlations. By doing EDA, you can get a feel for the data, spot outliers and ultimately inform future analysis or modeling decisions. It's a crucial step to ensure you are working with clean and relevant data. So let's begin with my project. So I have made this project on the topic named terrorism. So as we can see in recent years, terrorist attacks have become more frequent, widespread and varied across the world. To study and understand these complex events, researchers use exploratory data analysis or EDA. EDA helps by cleaning and checking the dataset, spotting patterns, finding hidden trends, and showing results through clear visuals before doing advanced modeling. One of the main sources used in the Global Terrorism Database, which has details of over 2 lakh incidents from the past 50 years. By applying EDA to this large dataset, analysts can identify hotspots, understand how terrorism changes over time, measure its human and economic impacts, and detect early warning signs. So the overall goal is to provide insights that support security planning, policy making, resource allocation and prevention strategies, while also communicating findings in a simple way to decision makers and the public. Now, let's see about the dataset. For this project, I have used Global Terrorism Database because the Global Terrorism Database is the world's largest open dataset on terrorist attacks, covering incidents since 1970 with over 2 lakh records. It is maintained by the University of Maryland's START Center and collects information like date, location, type of attack, targets, weapons, casualties, and responsible groups. So the GTA uses AI human coding and thousands of new and research sources to ensure accuracy. It includes both domestic and international events, from bombings to kidnappings, while some gaps exist due to reliance on media reports. So the GTD remains the most trusted source to study terrorism trends, hotspots, and policy impacts worldwide. So let's see some security issues and insights tried by EDA. So key security issues revealed by EDA are geographical hotspots, increasing diversity of attack types, target vulnerabilities, casualty patterns, and group dynamics. So EDA reveals security issues, major hotspots like Afghanistan, Iraq, Nigeria, and India, rising diversity in attack methods, common vulnerable attacks like civilians and government, deadly but rare high casualty events, and the fact that a small number of groups derive the most terrorist activities. Then actionable insights for security and defense are source prioritization, temporal risk forecast, policy and prevention strategies, protection of vulnerable population, counter extremism focus, monitoring methodology limitations. So EDA provide actionable insights by helping prioritize resources, forecast risk over time, evaluate policy responses, protect vulnerable populations, focus on the most dangerous group, and stay aware of data limitation for reliable analysis. So let's begin with the coding step using Python. The first step is begin with installing the main Python libraries for manipulation and visualization. As you can see here, I have installed some libraries which is used for numeric values and for visualizations like pandas, numpys, matplotlib.pyplot, plotly.express. Then the second step is load the GTD CVS dataset. So I have already downloaded the dataset in my laptop, so I just call the CSV file here by using pd.readcsv. And after that, the third step is exploratory data analysis process, with a very important step which is very crucial step to ensure you're working with the clean and relevant data, as I have mentioned before. So here I have cleaned my data and make it relevant by removing unnecessary columns and nulls. Basically, this remove the missing values and make your data relevant. So very firstly, I have shown the basic trends, which is number of attacks per year. So this I have shown by using line chart. So it shows the number of terrorist attacks yearly from 1917 to 1977. The line chart connects data points with lines to display trends or changes over time. So the number of attacks went down from 1970 to 1971 and again in 1973. And then you can see that then it went up a lot in 1976, and after 1976 the number of attacks went down again in 1977. So this line chart graph is basically show trends or changes over time by connecting data. Then secondly, I have tried to find the geographical hot zones, basically attacks by regions. So this is shown by using bar chart, which compares quantities across categories with rectangular bars. So this bar chart shows the number of terrorist attacks in different regions. Western Europe had the most attacks, as you can see, followed by North and South America. Other regions like East and North Africa, Australasia and Oceania has very few or almost no attacks. After that, you can see I have shown attacks by country. So basically this code counts the number of attacks per country in the data frame using value counts. It takes the top 15 and plots them as a bar chart using C1. So the graph shows the top 15 countries that faced the most attacks. The United States and United Kingdom are at the top with over 1200 and 1000 attacks respectively. Other countries like Italy, Spain and Argentina follow with fewer attacks. Then after that, for finding attacks pattern, the code plots a bar chart of the most common attack types from a data frame, and it creates a bar plot with attack types on the y-axis and count on the x-axis. So this graph shows the most common type attacks like bombing explosion is the most common, followed by assassinations and armed assault, and other types like facility infrastructures attack and hostage taking are less common. After that, I found the target types. So the code uses value counts to count occurrence of each target type, then plots a bar chart using Seaborn to visualize the counts of each target type. So basically, this graph shows the count of different target types like business, military, government, etc. Business is the most common target type, followed by private citizens, more target types, followed by private citizens and properties and military. Then I found some impact analysis by using the code that calculates total casualties by adding n killed and n mount columns in the data frames, then sorts the data by casualties in descending order and show the top 10 results including year, country, city and casualties. So basically the output shows the top 10 deadliest incidents based on the total number of casualties. It lists the year, country, city and number of casualties for each incident. For example, the deadliest incident was in 1976 in Baghdad, Iraq with 295 casualties. After that, I found some perpetrators, it means the terrorist group. So basically the code creates a bar plot showing the top 10 terrorist groups by attack count from a data frame. So to get the top 10 groups based on the GNAME column, it uses value counts of head 10. So this graph shows the top 10 terrorist groups by the number of attacks they carried out. Unknown is the group with the most attacks over 1200, followed by the Irish Republican Army, that is IRA, and others like Protestant extremists and left-wing militants. So lastly, I have made a story dashboard of my whole project where first I have shown the exploratory data analysis on the global terrorism database, which uncover patterns and trends, identify security insights, analyze over 2 lakh terrorism incidents. Then after that, I have given some dataset overview, the global terrorism database, then global trends in terrorism by line chart, Then geographical hot zones by bar chart, which shows top countries by incident count. After that, I have shown attack patterns and methods by using histogram, which include some bombing explosions, armed assault, assassinations, hostage taking. After that, I have targeted some profiles, which include civilians, military, government, etc. Then human impact analysis, which includes casualties, like number of casualties, killed and injured. Then the lastly perpetrators group trends, which is the terrorist groups. And then lastly, security insights and recommendations. So the main objective of this project is to perform a thorough exploratory data analysis on the global terrorism database to uncover actionable security insights, identify hidden patterns, and support data-driven decision-making for law enforcement, policymakers, and public safety stakeholders. So the core objective is uncover terrorism patterns, identify security hotspots, profile attack types and targets, assess impact and risk factors, analyze perpetrator dynamics. Each of these objectives helps improve the understanding and management of global terrorism through empirical data driven approaches.